Hello everyone, today is the 28th of June 2021 and in this video we are going to run you through our 5 most focused markets: Euro dollar, gold, Nasdaq, US oil and Bitcoin. So let's kick off with the Euro against the US dollar. Alright, so starting from the daily time frame, we can see that the price is currently trading at the low of a range market, something like a symmetrical triangle. Alright, so last week we saw that the pullback from a very strong bearish markets that brought the price from the top of the range to the bottom of the range. And right now in the 4-hourly time frame, the market is still in a ranging mode. So given that in the bigger time frame, since it's already trading at a low, most likely we will be able to see more upside, more pulls back before we see further selling pressure coming from mids. And therefore right now we are seeing that the price is somewhat trading at the bottom of a very minor range right here. And this is actually a neckline, right, of a inverse head and shoulder pattern that is pretty much formed in the 1-hourly time frame, and ever since price broke above, it kept on getting supported at the same level. As of this point now, at the very beginning of this week, the price came down again and found support once again. So therefore this would be a good time and a good price to go for the buy, since we are still seeing supports. And the fact that last week the price is still able to stay supported above this level despite some strong selling pressure coming from the top right here near the equilibrium level. So therefore for today, our trading plan is that we can actually go for the buy right away. Alright, having a very tight stop loss just below the minor range right here, and then we'll target the top of this range, of course, as the first take profit level, and finally all the way into the equilibrium level at the top right here at 1.2 flat. And if we go to the 4-hourly time frame and look at it, it is actually at the 38.2% retracement level, and only when it comes to this area we will expect stronger selling pressure coming from here, and then we'll move on from there. Maybe we will start to look for selling opportunity from there, but as for today and as of right now, we want to go for the buy. Alright, so that is the trading plan for Euro US dollar. Now moving on, we have the gold. So right now the gold, at the very beginning it came down, found support and rebounded off pretty strongly. It is already up by I think about $13 since it reached the bottom of the entire range. As you can see, it was actually trading within a symmetrical triangle as it consolidates. So again, based on what we've seen last week, since the price has been staying supported and hasn't pulled back enough from the previous bearish trend, we'll be waiting for opportunity to buy again. Hopefully the price comes down again into this zone itself. If you can actually see that there is a breakout, alright, from this trend line. So if the price is able to come back into this very small demand zone, then we can actually go for a buy, and of course we'll first target the top, alright, of the symmetrical triangle, or rather the top of the range at the resistance level 1795. So very straightforward. We are just going to wait for an opportunity to buy. Stop loss just below the 1773 support level. Alright, that has been holding the price throughout the entire consolidation, and then we'll target just as I've said, top of the symmetrical triangle. You can see pretty strong resistance at this level 1788, and then we'll look at 1795, alright, the top of the range. And if it's able to go higher, it will be able to reach this supply zone at the top here. And if we go to the 4-hourly time frame, just plot a Fibonacci from the swing high to swing low, even coming to this area, coming to this supply zone, it is not even at the 30.2% retracement level, and that also means to say that there is a very strong potential if the price is able to break out of this consolidation right here and breaks to the upside. We might be able to see the price going even further into the supply zone at the top here, 1820. All right, so that is the trading plan for the gold, and we really hope for a breakout on the upside this week. All right, moving on, we have the Nasdaq. So for the Nasdaq, we are actually looking for a buying opportunity since last Friday and even for today. In fact, in our weekly forecast, we talk about this area right here at 14,320 being a pretty good demand zone, and of course at the bottom of this rising channel, and that we can actually look to buy at the very beginning of this week. So right now we are already seeing support and some sort of rebound, but it is still volatility is still very low, of course, because it is not even the US session and we don't have much economic data coming in today as well. So hopefully we want to wait for a little bit of confirmation. I mean, if you want to go in right now, of course you can, but you might want to go in with a smaller position. But otherwise, you want to wait for a breakout of this consolidation and maybe a pullback, and hopefully when it comes to the US session, we can continue to buy at this level right here, which is at 14,350 around the price. Then and if that's the case, then our trading plan, if we buy at this level, stop loss wise have to be slightly bigger, right, just below of course below the bottom of the rising channel, and of course below the demand zone right at the bottom here will be a much conservative stop loss. And of course the target will first look at the previous high right here at about 14,400. If Nasdaq is able to pull off a bullish trend, usually you can see that this is pretty much the average of a bullish trend on a daily basis. So going all the way upwards, all right, it will essentially reach the top of this potential rising channel as well. But we want to look out for 14,500 first, because that is the level actually I've been talking about for quite some time, where I think there might be a stronger selling coming from there, because as you can see, based on this entire wave and this wave itself, duplicate it and put it right here from this swing low, it is exactly somewhere right here at 14,500, or to be more specific, 14,530. So I think that would be our final target for now, but of course there's always a potential it is able to go up further to the top of this range and subsequently to the top of a potential bigger range of a potential bigger channel right at 14,760. Alright, so that is for the Nasdaq, and that's the trading plan for today. Alright, and moving on, we have the US oil, WTI. Right now we are still seeing resistance at the bottom of the rising channel that has been broken previously, but we do take note that last week, although last Friday itself there's some selling going on, but price still goes up, and it in fact closed somewhere right at the top of the week high itself. So it is essentially still very bullish, I mean fundamentally and technically speaking right here. So into the 1 hourly time frame, in fact we are still waiting for a pullback right into this region, because this is the neckline of a inverse head and shoulder look-alike pattern, and right now it has already pulled back once. So if it's able to pull back for the second time and find support within this region, definitely we want to go for the buy. Alright, so it is very straightforward for today. Just wait for a pullback into this region, right, somewhere at 73.6, we can attempt a buy. Our stop loss, alright, if you want it to be really tight, alright, just below the demand zone right here, maybe set it about 73.2. but if you want to be really conservative, all the way to the bottom of this low, alright, at 72.9 ish. And as for the target, we'll go all the way, right, retest the high right here, which is about 75.3, right, and of course we expect it to go even higher, right, all the way back into the channel. Alright, and as usual we want to look at the average volume of a daily trend. If I were to duplicate this, suppose it come all the way back to here, if it found support and rebounded off and trends, it can go all the way to 78.5.8, or essentially we can look at 76, and if it's strong enough, it might just reach the major equilibrium level right at the top here. Okay, so that is for the US oil. And last but not least, let's talk about the Bitcoin. Alright, so the Bitcoin actually over the weekend, I think on the Saturday, it came all the way down but found support, and on Sunday itself started to rebound off. And right now at the very beginning, at the opening of the market, it went up again, so essentially forming a double bottom right here within the demand zone at the bottom, right below the 50% pullback. So obviously there's still demand, and with a chart pattern like this, and of course trading at the bottom of this entire range, we definitely believe that we can still look for buying opportunity for the Bitcoin. All right, so how are we gonna go about it? I think first we can simply use this trend line. All right, the angle is pretty steep. If it's able to pull back a little bit, all right, retest the high, retest this resistance and support level, we can essentially go for the buy from here. And if we do so, and if this is our entry, all right, stop loss wise, you want it to be slightly lower. In terms of the target, of course, into this region at the neckline level, and if it's able to break above, you'll reach a important supply zone right here, because this is where the price broke below this rising channel. Essentially we believe that it will be able to continue to go all the way back to the top of this entire range. All right, and so the final target will be at 40,800. all right, 40,800 will be our final target. And that is all for today. So thank you for watching. If you like what we are doing, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel to keep yourself updated on our trading plan. So see you again tomorrow.